Fix my shit. I got a couple problems with the game. I got a few problems. You know, it's not really nothing to be too upset about because for the most part you had second and third units out there. But let's just call a spade on Russell Douglas. Russell Douglas is a safety. He's a safety. I'm saying Russell Douglas is a safety because on some of those passes where it's a jump ball where I don't know if he's bigger than Juju Smith-Schuster. I'm not really saying that play is his fault, but it is his fault. You still got to play the ball. You still got to play the ball. We jumped off sides. They had a free play. You still got to play the ball. You in the NFL, you've been in those situations. Then Juju Smith-Schuster wins the jump ball. He mistimes it, and Russell Douglas, Juju Smith-Schuster scores on the 71-yard pass. That was okay. You could kind of deal with that at that point. Then he misreads a play, and he's not deep enough, and then he ends up getting scored on in a touchdown. The play where the guy does the backflip or whatever. But I believe before that, he got an interception from like a safety kind of position. He tracked the ball, ran to it, ran under it, secured the ball, interception. So he makes better plays from like a ball hawking position more than a playing the ball and playing the receiver type of position. I think the kid is a safety, me personally. And Trey Sullivan, I need to see more effort out of Trey Sullivan. When Russell Douglas did misjump that ball and Juju Smith-Schuster scored, Trey Sullivan could have chased down Juju, which he should have done. He let him walk in. So I wasn't too impressed with that. And then Nate Sudfeld, he had two pretty bad interceptions in my opinion. I mean, if they don't get tipped, if they go right to the defense, those are bad throws. He had two pretty bad interceptions. It's just the first preseason game. We all know Nate Sudfeld could play. Nate Sudfeld could play. I mean, there's no debate about that. It's just the first preseason game. You know what I mean? It's preseason. You know, people hate us so much that they're happy we lost preseason game number 1. Doesn't mean anything. Nobody of significance really was playing. So Jay Ajayi looked explosive. Nate Sudfeld did leave a ball out there. Floated one to Corey Clement, almost got Corey hurt. I didn't like that at all. I mean, come on, man. Come on now. Corey looked explosive. Dallas Goedert looks really good. Dallas Goedert knows how to get open. He knows how to find himself open. You know, he makes the job easier on the quarterback. So those are definitely some of the positives. Once Nate Sudfeld settled in, he looked pretty good. But God, I really don't want to see anybody from that second or third unit on the field unless it's just one of them mixed in with the rest of the first unit. God, as a group, they looked awful in my opinion. The second and third unit looked awful in my opinion, and a lot of people should be on a chopping block for not making this roster. Elijah Qualls being one of them, however you say his name. I believe as a defensive tackle, I think he had like 3 penalties. I mean, come on, man. Come on, some stuff is just unacceptable. I'm sure the coaches will address. Being a defending champions, the cream of the crop has to make this roster, and a lot of the guys weren't playing like they were the cream of the crop. Now, I want to apologize for you guys. I did say I was going live. I got a little hung up, couple things happened, you know, work-related stuff, blah, blah, blah. I couldn't really go live when I wanted to, but I did catch, I caught some of the Browns and the Giants game. Saquon looked good. I'm not going to lie. Saquon looked good. Yeah, it's preseason, but he looked good, and you still need to be able to show explosiveness, tote the ball. He looked good. Saquon looked good. Eli looked like Eli still. So my theory there. Oh, also back to our game with the Eagles. Fletcher looked amazing as well. You know, Fletcher looked unguardable at times, but who knows if he was going against the first unit or not. Saquon looked good. I'll talk about that because that is a guy we'll see a lot. Saquon looked good. Eli looked like Eli. Eli struggled and their backup struggled, so whatever. But Saquon looked good, whatever. I did catch a little bit of the Dallas 49ers preseason game. Garoppolo was impressive. I like Garoppolo. Also, go back a little bit. I like Baker. I like Baker Mayfield. He impressed me. Garoppolo's impressive. I was not impressed by Dak. Not saying that because I can't stand the Cowboys. I just wasn't impressed by Dak. Yeah, he finally threw a touchdown in 11-on-11 action. Hooray. I'm not going to make no excuses for it, but, you know, the guy just lost track of the ball. And Dak just seemed to float it up there, so good pass, whatever. I was impressed by Dallas' offensive line. I could say that. I was impressed by Dallas' offensive line. The Redskins, I hope Geis recovers. It looks like he tweaked his knee. You know, those are some of the major key additions and factors to the other three teams in the division. Dak, Geis, and Saquon. Geis and Saquon looked really good, man. They looked really explosive. Geis had a nice little run up the seam, but it was pulled back on a hold, I believe. If I got that right, it was pulled back on a hold, so it didn't count for nothing. But he messed his knee up. He's supposed to go into MRI. I hope he's healthy. I want to play against the kid. I want everybody at their full potential this year because we are the defending champs. But you know, we gotta clean some stuff up. We gotta clean some stuff up. As far as who's going to make the roster, you know what I mean? Nobody of significant importance got really exposed except Rasul Douglas. Rasul Douglas is of significant importance to the team. You know, Maddox didn't get what's his name? Busby. I'm sorry, Busby, the guy we got, the cornerback. I'm having a brain fart right now. The cornerback we drafted, he didn't really get exposed. I don't know why this always seems to happen to Rasul Douglas in preseason, where he gets exposed. But you know, he had to have his mind in the game at all times, or they need to move him to safety, which I believe is his natural position because he can hawk the ball. You know, so I think he's a safety. Yeah, man. Things were the run game looked explosive. The offensive line is going to need more time to gel and get that together because, you know, you're just getting Peters back. But the run game looked really explosive. So I don't think it's nothing to worry about. There's definitely nothing to worry about. They're going to get it together. They're going to get to the drawing board, and they're going to see where we looked bad at, and they're going to tell these players, you know, this is what I expect you to clean up right now. So these guys will clean this up right now, and we'll move on to the Patriots next week. Overall, and all in all, the main unit that was out there that started the game, I would give them a C grade because Sudfeld threw 2 picks. The running, he put Clement in danger. You know what I mean? You got to be more smart with the ball in that situation. So I'll give Sudfeld a C grade on that first game. I'll give the running backs a B because you know they're not going to get a full game workload. But Ajay and Clement looked explosive at times, breaking tackles like they normally do. I'll give the tight end core a B. Goddard looked good. He held it down for those guys. The wide receiver core, I'll give the wide receiver core a D. I'll give the wide receiver core a D. Besides the long pass to Gibson, I mean, you know, a lot of people didn't play. Aguilar didn't play. Mike Wallace didn't play. Alshon Jeffrey didn't play. So there was really nobody to hold it down. I wanted to see a little more Mac Hollins. So I'll give them a D right there. Offensive line, they were in and out. I'll give offensive line a C. I'll also give the defensive line a D. They didn't do a good job in creating pressure once Fletcher Cox came out of the game, in my opinion. But it's just some things to move forward and look forward to. Understand we didn't have our first unit out there, so everybody liked seeing the Eagles on the opposite side of the scoreboard so bad. But it's preseason, man. It's preseason. It's nothing to even really get excited or hype about. It's just these are the games where you warm up and where coaches evaluate who's going to be on the team. These games don't mean anything. Make no mistake about that. So that's where we at with that. Only bums get excited about winning in preseason. And you know why I can say that? Because I used to be excited about that because we never won a Super Bowl. Only bums get excited about that. We're no longer bums. So call it how you want to call it. Lord Brunson back at you with the back at you, and I am the best reporting on the Eagles.